Demo Day. I'm Andre. I'll be your host today. And yeah, what is the Demo Day? Demo Day is a time to celebrate, to inspire, and to show what our students have been up to for this 5 months. So first of all, guys, let me tell you, congratulations. Congratulations to all our students for making it. Woo! You know, this have been 5 months, crazy 5 months, lots of confinements, you know, not just in Portugal, but on the countries where we operate. And this has been hard on everyone. Still, I believe that the team made it every single session, and you guys made it with lots of energy, lots of curiosity, and lots of hard work. So you definitely want to be product managers, and we hope that if you're listening to this and you are considering enjoying the program and rolling the program, you are also going to be prepared for that journey starting today. So with no further ado, let me tell you that this program will not have been possible with my dear colleague Cosmin. So it has been a great pleasure, Cosmin, to have this partnership with Wildcode School and this opportunity to collaborate and elevate our students. And for that, very welcome and warm, mulțumesc. And also, yeah, the floor is yours. So you want to tell us something about Wildcode School?
Thanks, Andre. Yeah, I will tell you about Wildcode School, but first, just wanted to say that it's been amazing to be with you guys during these 5 months. This course has been really close to my heart, and I'm super excited to see that you guys are crossing the finish line in a very nice setup, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing your presentations. I must admit I have some insights, but still it's going to be fun to see the real deal, to say so. So yeah, thanks also Andre for the partnership. It's been really great to team up to bring this course to life. We're putting together the best of what everybody's best at. So I think it really worked out, and I'm looking forward to the next sessions as well. I'm just going to tell you very briefly about Wildcode School to give you a bit of a background of what we're doing here. So if we can go to the next slide, we have around 20 campuses in Europe, 3 main training courses: web development, data analyst, and the most fun and interesting one, the product management course. We've trained more than 4,000 tech specialists since 2014 when we started. And we have in the last job report, we have a 84% job placement rate. And of course, we also have the 2 remote campuses in French and English. For the next slide, please, Andre. Just wanted to give you the highlight of the main pillars at Wildcode School and how we approach learning. So first, we work with blended learning, meaning that is a combination between live courses and our platform Odyssey with all the resources needed for your training. We have a bunch of professional guest speakers, and you'll hear more from Andre on that as well. We work with the agile methodology, which is very important, of course, for the product management, but also tech in general. We work with peer learning. We have a very strong community of wilders. And most importantly, I would say that we learn how to learn. So we teach our students how to learn, no matter what the subject is. Then just briefly about the remote campus, we think that it has a very bright future ahead, the remote learning setup. There are a couple of things that make this unique and also in our context. We have a supportive team that stays with the students throughout the training. I have a lot of tools and rituals. And as I was mentioning, the European network of campuses, basically, whenever you are close to a campus, you are more than welcome to visit, to spend a couple of days there, and to join our events. So yeah, that's pretty much about Wildcode School. Of course, there's much more, but if anybody's curious, I'm happy to connect on LinkedIn or other platforms. And best of luck.
All right, thank you, Cosmin. So let me tell you a little bit about Productized. Productized mission is to get people all levels of skills to progress to their best professional story. And for that, we do workshops, courses in partnership with Wildcode School, and also coaching sessions. And we really try to contribute to the relationship between people and their organizations to build better products. The students this year and also the faculty, they had a chance to participate in the master classes by Productized. So the master classes were organized by Productized. It was a joint effort of faculty, but also people from outside the company with attendees from leading companies. And it was really excited because we had people coming from different industries such as software, technology, fintech, transportation and mobility, and many more. Lots of participants, not just from Portugal, but also from 18 different countries, and a world-class lineup with speakers and trainers like Gibson Biddle, Kadika Dutt, Teresa Torres, Dan Olsen, Ken Sandy, and many more. So this was, one of the highlights of this course. All the students were invited to participate in the master classes. So let me tell you a little bit about the PM course that we are also celebrating here today. It started in March 2021. It's a part-time course. It's, it takes 5 months. It's one of the longest product management courses out there. And it's 320 hours. So the idea is that if you can be remote and you can learn about topics that range in essentially 4 big areas: design, a user-centered product, and then it's all about learning how to design a product, understanding what is UX, what is UI design, what is usability, what is prototyping, and mastering design sprints. Then we also cover the fundamentals of product and business and marketing. And for that, we go through developing of strategic thinking, defining what is a product, methodologies, understanding product metrics. And the other area that we are also very keen for our students is developing their technical skills. We really think that product managers should grasp data fundamentals and should grasp some of the coding and no coding foundations. And for that, we have created a set of skill sets that allow them to go through the fundamentals of that. And finally, and I think that's probably one of the biggest differentiations we have. We help our students to develop their professional skills, to understand the roles they're applying to talk with professionals along the course, to work with stakeholders developing their CV, their LinkedIn, and also the way that they communicate themselves to the job market. So how it started? It started with 8 very motivated students. No one knew each other, 0 PM jobs, and now we have 8 even more motivated product managers. Connections for life, for sure. Lots of new friendships. 2 already got a PM job, and we know that at least another 2 are already in the process of getting a job as well. And you can check them out on the QR code if you want. You can just scan this QR code with your phone and check their profiles. And if you're interested, you can, of course, get in touch with them and eventually hire them. So let me tell you a little bit about the agenda for today. We open doors at 2:30 p.m. local time. So this is Lisbon time. We are in Lisbon doing this demo day. And by 3 p.m., we'll be doing the first presentation. That's the FENICE group. And each group will have 20 minutes for presentation and demo, and then 10 minutes for the Q&A. And then we'll have the second group, that will be MYEZOFFICE. And then the third group, which will be HCARE. At 4:30, we'll be giving out the final feedback from the faculty and the guests. And by 5 p.m., we should be done. So see you for the full edition. A few words from our special guests. We have on the session today, Rafael Daron. Rafael is a product designer specialist. He's actually based in Brazil right now, but he was the person that probably contributed the most for the syllabus and for the creation of this course in terms of the foundations of what it has and what it will have for also the next edition. Louis Dupa is part of the faculty of the Wild Code School, and he was with the students in everything, code, no code, so, tech foundations. And Ben Manson Tuisson. Ben was also with the faculty of Wild Code School, and he was in charge of everything data. Rafa, do you want to give us just a few words about how you have seen this course unfolding and what you're expecting for the next edition?
Hi, thank you, André. Hi, Kazmin, and hi, team. Nice to meet you all, and that's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me, André, for this final session. Very excited to get to know details about all the products that those guys work on this intensive class that they had, and super excited as well for being together on the next edition of the course. So wish you all good luck on the careers and also on the products that you develop for the presentation. Thank you, André.
Thanks, Rafa. Thank you so much for being with us today. All right, so let's move on. Also, a very special word to our product experts. And our product experts are people that have been either with the students or people in the industry that really know what building product means. And for that, we have today, and let me start from the right to the left, our special guest, Barbara Garbach. Barbara, how are you?
All good. I'm really curious to see the presentations and the new product managers entering our product community. Fingers crossed for everyone, and looking forward for the presentations.
Great. Yeah, we're all excited about it as well. Can you just tell us a little bit? So what are you doing right now? You are a senior product manager at MotorK. Can you just go through what being a senior product manager means?
Sure. So my journey in product started 10 years ago when we were calling user experience the ergonomy of using the websites or human-computer interactions. It developed to user experience or UI or so on. So now wording is even easier. And I've been working with the particular part that I enjoy most was bringing the customer feedback into the product development process. So something that is very difficult if you come from engineering industry or you're focused on execution from the designs part. I was always very close to the customer and to the business. And at the moment, as a senior product manager, I'm helping product owners and product managers with less experience to exactly bring more of those feedback to the process, look into the data, search for the right answers to the right questions, because there will be always a lot of questions, and driving the team to develop that. MotorK is an Italian startup that is preparing for IPO this year, if all goes well. And at the moment, they are opening offices in Lisbon. This is how I joined them there. Before, my journey went through the OLX group, through telecommunications, and so on, so on. So yeah, helping product community inside the companies at the moment. Who knows, maybe outside soon as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Barbara, for being with us. So I'm passing on the mic here to Isabel Novaes. She's user centricity lead at Cofidis Portugal. Hi, Isabel.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Let me see if I can talk into this thing. Miss you all. And nice to see you, Barbara. Nice to see you, Barbara.
Nice to see you. Hello.
My mission actually as a user centricity lead at Cofidis, it's very related with your mission, Barbara, because I'm much more dedicated to product designers, but as well to the product managers and all the teams involved in these product teams, which is something new at Cofidis. We were not working in a product mode. We had the development in one side, the business in the other side, some designers, not that much, doing some kinds of the research, sometimes a lot outside the company. So we are trying to implement the process of getting the feedbacks, getting the right data, getting the insights of the recordings of the users using the digital products, and trying to get from there all the things that's, just like you were saying, the right questions and the right things to work on, because we can always do a lot of things, but if we are not prioritizing the things that our users and customers really want to see, it will not be a good result. So the big challenge is to bring product designers into the product teams and explain what is meant to do in terms of bringing the user to the beginning and all the process to measure and guide us to what we should be developing to the future, to a better future. And really crossing fingers for you all and looking forward to see all the presentations.
All right. So thank you so much, Isabel. This is kind of crazy, I know, but it is the setup we have. And finally, but not definitely major importance as well, a huge fan of this course and promoter from the very first hour, my friend Paulo Gaudêncio, a product innovation specialist. Paul, please join us.
Hi, everyone. Very excited to be here live in Lisbon and connect everyone that are not here physically. Very, very excited to be here. So I'm working as a product lead at the moment with Isabel at Cofidis. So as she was speaking, we are having this huge challenge to put multiple product teams from the previous way of working. So, discovery teams, delivery teams, product growth and attraction teams within a short span of time. Previous of that, I've been doing startups. Some of them failed miserably. One of them was at an exit. Previous in other life, I was 12 years into the big digital agencies, doing strategies, digital strategies, how to grow product services, e-commerce sites. So great background to be teaching here, product-led, growth hacking, and let's see what the students have come out and this good work. Thank you.
Yeah, let's see that. Great. So let's see what you guys are preparing. So before we actually start, let me just tell you the rules of the house. First rule, let's have fun. Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. Just enjoy the flow. Invest in yourself. Turn off your phone or laptop notifications. Confirm that your microphone is and camera are working especially when you want to intervene. Use your smartphone headphones or mic. And yes, identify yourselves. That would be great, so we can see who you are, like first name, last name, and we can address you by your name. And also make sure you have enough light on your beautiful faces so we can actually see you. Now, the feedback criteria for the experts is going to be on the idea. So, the quality, the creativity of the idea, the quality of the demo, the progress, which is how much progress they have seen that you have been able to do during your product creation, the polish, so how refined it's the design, how beautiful, it looks like, and a wild card. And that wild card is just whatever you guys came up with, which is different, which is new, which is innovative. So pitch order: FENICE, MYEZOFFICE, and finally HCARE. So FENICE is the first group, and you will have 20 minutes to do this presentation. Let me tell you what FENICE is. So FENICE helps people who want to change their career to get the desired job by providing tools to measure their skills and suggesting training that matches their needs, right? So it's definitely something that would be very welcome to the market. And they are going to explain why and how the product has been created and what it looks like. So this group is led by Juliana Espanhol and by Mami Tambozafi. So my colleague Teresa will make sure that everything is working, and she's calling out Juliana. So this presentation is actually going to run from this computer, right? Okay. So please bear with us 1 minute so we do the. All right. Okay, so let me just make sure that we have the presentation of FENICE. Okay. All right. I believe you should be able to see the presentation now. Yeah. Is it looking good? It's looking good. And yes, I did. Okay, so yes, they are the first. Let's go. So with no further ado, let me call here on stage Juliana. Juliana, you can either come here on stage, right? And you can use this to move to the next slide. Okay, you don't need even to touch on the computer. Just do it like this.
I just have to adjust here. So hello everyone. I'm very glad to be here today with my team. I'm Juliana Espanhol, and with my teammate Mami Tomofazi, we developed FENICE, which is a web application, and I hope you enjoy our work. So first of all, to introduce the idea, we are living in challenging times. While 114 million people lost their jobs in 2020, many others experienced working remotely for the first time. Because of that, many people are changing the way they look at their careers. We observed a big trend towards upskilling in order to stay relevant to the job market or to secure a position with better work-life balance. We understand that education is expensive. It is a big decision, and people want to do the right choice right away. Also, filtering the reliable information can be hard, and comparing courses is time-consuming. With that, people really don't know where to go when they plan to do a career change, and our product is helping them with that. So the app will help the users to get a new job by providing tools to measure their skills and suggesting training options that matches their needs. We are creating value to our users by providing a detailed skills evaluation, so the user acknowledges their strengths and weaknesses. We suggest jobs based on similar skill sets. We offer reliable course reviews, and we are partnering with top schools in Europe. We have two customer segments, B2C and B2B. Concerning the B2C clients, we want to reach people who already have a lot of work experience and want to change because they intend to have a different work arrangement, for example, a permanent remote job. And we also target people who are still at the beginning of their careers and feel lost with so many options. Our B2B client is typically a school manager who spends a lot of time and resources to find qualified school, leads to their courses. No. Sorry, guys, I just had a small issue to. Yeah, thank you. So concerning our competitive analysis, we compared our business to some of the key competitors in the EdTech market. We have identified that the competitors are focused on either skills evaluation or course reviews. And we want to offer a product that brings together both of these aspects in just one place. This is our unique selling proposition. We have also identified the main risks for a product. At the moment, we would still need to optimize the user journey inside the platform so the users can increase retention, and also to keep on researching the competitor strategy, because we see this market as a highly innovative one that requires a lot of study. So talking about the market size, nowadays the global EdTech market is estimated at 90 billion euros, and the French market by itself, it reaches around 90 million euros. We plan to reach between 5 and 10% of the French market, which would count something between 4.5 and 90 million euros per year. So Mami is going to talk a little bit about our business model.
Thank you, Juliana. So here's the business model resulting from this work. For people who are looking for training, FENICE is 100% free, 100%, sorry. They can access to jobs information, get the skills assessment, view courses suggestions, and read the reviews. We are also focusing on acquisition, and how we make money is by qualifying those people into leads for schools. When they submit the form, it creates an inquiry, which the schools pay us for. And since inquiries can turn into future enrollments. In another hand, we encourage schools to claim their pages. Then they can promote events and do some promotions to get the qualified leads, which are paid features. Sorry. Talking about the pricing, we defined some fixed prices for on-demand services. For the lead generation, we also considered to charge a percentage of the course's price, something that could be negotiated with each school. So to give some amount of price, we estimated the qualified leads about 400 euro per lead, and for events about 1 euro per course per day, and for SEO optimization, we are talking about something like 20 cents euro per keyword. Next, please. Thank you. We decided to go deeper in the business model, so we've made a design sprint to work on our business model. So we asked to some schools by doing interviews, and we noticed that there are 4 main problems that have been mostly repeated. The first one is how to generate more leads. The second one is how to get qualified candidates for the courses. The third one is how to reduce the time for the recruitment, because they spend a lot of time to find candidates. And the last one is how they can promote their events. Next, please. So after brainstorming we figured out the need of a dedicated page for schools. So we decided to add a call to action on the home page. We figured out also that schools need a dashboard to monitor the performance of their courses in our platform. And we figured out also that we need to provide some options to schools to promote their courses and events. So we did some crazy aids. We've been sketching our interfaces, and that you can see on the screen with the sketches. Next, please. So at the end of design sprint, what did we learn? Firstly, we've learned that it's a very powerful tool to solve specific problems. In our case, it helped us to build the bridge between the persons who are looking for the training and the schools. And moreover, it helped us to clarify our business model and to find out the features needed by our buyers, which are the schools. It's for you.
Sorry, concerning the launch strategy, we are focusing on 3 main channels: email marketing to highlight tech careers, and also creating conversational bumpers to provide user tips and activate the users. The second one is community building. We are planning to engage in LinkedIn and meetup groups to start acquiring our first users. And also, we are investing in speaking engagement by participating in school events and webinars so we can activate and retain more users. Okay, so we also wanted to test some hypotheses, and we built a landing page with MailChimp to assess the potential users' interest in a product management course. So we work with a more segmented audience. We decided to add a free skills assessment to make it more appealing to people, and we used the HCARE application to develop a 20-question test for the first subscribers. So concerning the results, we reached a 21% conversion rate with this landing page, with a few days of campaigning focusing on professional groups in social media platforms. And we also identified that most of the people who are subscribing came from Brazil, France, Portugal, and also other countries. And Mami is going to talk about the North Star metric.
So our main leading indicator is the number of inquiries sent to the schools. Following this North Star metric will let us to reach our business goal. Some of our input metrics are the number of LinkedIn profiles that are imported, the number of schools claiming a page, and the number of users who got a match. Next one, please. For the MVP roadmap, we plan some functionalities for the next versions of the product, which will be validated with usability testing. Now we are working especially on the schools page and the dashboard. For the next part of the project, we are going to implement the onboarding process with the LinkedIn account, and we are planning to work on the video reviews page for the former students to get some insights from them. And later, we are going to implement the matching process to improve it by including some soft skills. And the last feature is about automating suggestions to give something which is more relevant for the user. And now we are going to make a quick tour of FENICE, but before you can see this QR code on the screen. If you want, you can scan it and you can test our prototype later after the video. So please, if you want, don't hesitate to scan the QR code. It's a prototype that we developed with Figma platform. And now I think I can, if everybody is okay, I can go to the next slide. We can go to the next slide for the video.
Let's face it, finding qualitative leads for your program is a pain. It's expensive, it's time-consuming, and most candidates are not aware of what they want for their career. Imagine you don't need to do it all by yourself. Imagine the qualification of your leads is automated and you can find the best students for your training with just a few clicks. That's exactly what FENICE allows you to do. FENICE is a mobile application that allows schools to find highly qualified leads without spending hours in the recruitment process. At the same time, FENICE helps people who can feel lost to find the best courses to upskill toward a new career. FENICE lets them find information about a job by specifying the industry, the required diploma, the needed skills, or which kind of company is hiring this profile. But FENICE is much more. A powerful algorithm can give suggestions based on more than 13,000 skills and hundreds of jobs. With an easy-to-use interface, the FENICer can describe their current skills by importing them from LinkedIn. When they are interested in one job, they can assess their skills by answering some questions and get a full analysis of their strengths and weaknesses. And finally, in one click, they access the most relevant training preparing for their dream job and read full reviews from former students. As a school, you can get notifications as soon as a lead wants to enroll in your course. For that, just claim your page, enter the name of your school and select your options. You can get highly qualified leads, promote events, or boost your ranking in the result page. And finally, you can access your dashboard to monitor the performance of your school. Want to become a FENICer? Scan the code and enjoy FENICE now. Let's face it, finding qualitative leads for your
Yeah, I have to unmute. Thank you. Yeah, so concerning our personal roadmaps, we also have big plans after this course. I've been applying to some jobs, and over time, I would like to become an authority within the PM community. And I plan to use my storytelling skills to start a blog and start to create content about technology in order to be more recognized within this community. So right now I'm looking for jobs in education and also urban mobility companies. By the end of the next quarter, I plan to start my blog and writing a little bit more about my experience with job transition as well. And by the end of the year, I plan to be hired as a PM in a startup. And I also plan to have already some content within this new page. And I pass to Mami, who will talk about his plans.
So for me, I'm really driven by my passion for digital and technical challenges. So working as a PM is a great way to make people's life different. That's the mission that I try to do every day. So right now I'm already preparing the Scrum PO certification to highlight my ability to work with an agile team and to manage complex projects. By the end of the Q3, I will join a SaaS company to contribute to developing an innovative solution. And by the end of the year, I will get a cloud computing certification to lead my team in building a highly scalable product. So we are at the end of this presentation. On behalf of my team, on behalf of the FENICE team, I would like to thank you. And if you have some questions, don't hesitate to ask it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, so thank you guys. That was really a wonderful presentation. So let me call here my well, actually, let me just put this in presenter's view. Yeah. All right. So okay. So we have Q&A time now. Q&A time is open for pretty much everyone, but our experts panel are invited to comment first. So I will hand out the word now to Barbara. And Barbara, if you have any comments or questions, we would love to hear them.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. First of all, congrats, because I think that this is very nice problem to be solving. And I have actually two questions. One is exactly how you came up with this problem, how you figure out that this is the right problem to be solved in the first place. And second, it's also about like defining the hypothesis. So you, through your process, you discovered that you want to test some hypothesis. How you defined which hypothesis to test. So first, how you define the problem, that this is what you want to solve. And second, in this problem space, how did you come up with the hypothesis? That are the two questions I have.
Okay, so I'm handing out the word here to Juliana, and then Mami, if you want, you can complement her answer.
So thank you for your question, Barbara. Actually, we started with a completely different idea. Our first idea for the product was actually creating a platform for workers who were dealing with workplace harassment and wanted to report them. And then during our interview process, we have identified that most of these people were actually not interested in keeping their jobs in the same company. They were actually way more interested in moving on to a new position. And together with the changes that occurred because of the pandemic, we have identified that we did a little bit more research, and we have identified that actually many people are planning to change their jobs because they want a different arrangement or because they are facing economic struggles. So that's how we came up with this idea. And our first hypothesis were tested based on this very few we have created the first hypothesis based on these first few interviews that were for a completely different subject. And from then we developed and we went deeper.
Really nice. Very nice. I like the fact also, now knowing more about history of this project, that you didn't stuck to solve the problem. You had the idea, but you were flexible to see, oh, the bigger problem is somewhere else. So that's also a very nice quality of a good product manager. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. If any of you, okay.
I have one. So regarding the problem, how many interactions that you had, like to gather those insights? So how many people did you interact to gather on that?
Okay, I'll lead it to Mami, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Rafael, for your question. We made about 10 or 12 interviews for our B2C persona. That includes the person which have been victims of harassment, workplace harassment, and then we evolved to more oriented persona for the training business. So yeah, about 12 person, and then we discussed with schools. We have some interviews with schools also. So one with Whiteford School with Cosmic Preview, and other people from other schools. So I think we have done about 15 or 16 interviews in overall.
Right. Right. Did you consider any average for that, or was like just random people that you start to interact, or were them like tech people, digital people? What kind of?
Yeah, we tried to focus during the second part of the project when we decided to move on the training and especially between schools and with the model of B2C and B2B, we decided to interview mostly students in digital schools. For example, we interviewed at least 4 students from Whiteford School just to understand better what's the why behind the decision to learn in a digital school, for example. And yeah, we tried to qualify the persona and to have quality the interviews for our product.
Got it. So and regarding scalability, did you guys had any automation that you guys thought about, or is it possible, or what are your thoughts regarding that, or the plan that you had before?
Maybe I can answer this question. So in our risk analysis, we also considered the investment to scale, and we believe that it wouldn't be a very hard job in the sense of many countries are investing more and more in educational training, and this is a global need. I can see that other markets would also be interested in getting this type of service or product and also be able to get investment for this idea.
Got it. One thing regarding the launch and getting started, kick off the product. Have you guys thought about any market or a specific area that you choose and specific like region that you're gonna concentrate the efforts to get it started and validate it faster, or get stronger, get to know more from the people? Have you discussed that?
Yeah, I think I can answer. We started by thinking about the French. We already have some numbers about the market size. We saw that it's about 19 million. So we fixed our goal like between 5 or 10% of the French market, for example. So for the beginning of the project, we think that we can work on this special market, and then going to another market like Portugal or Brazil or other countries in the world. So yeah,
Got it.
that's the strategy.
Got it. And the last question regarding the still the launch. I saw that one of the two of the things that you consider community events, and so that was regarding the which area that you're gonna concentrate, because that is a lot of effort. So you answered that, but regarding the leads for email marketing, how are you gonna start with that? You're gonna like do from zero? You're gonna just connect, do some partnership with Productized, or who's gonna be the way that you're gonna accelerate that start?
Yeah, I think our first partner could be Wildco School, of course. And we also have invested in getting to identify as many skills as possible, so we can capture people's experience with a very accurate mode, so we can try to emulate very human, almost human-centric analysis within our AI. So that's our idea.
Great. So guys, congrats for the choice that you had and the problem that you defined. Keep on track with that, because that is a very interesting solution. So congrats.
Thank you.
Hi. Yeah. I want to start to say congratulations, Mommy and Juliana. The presentation was really good looking and very well structured. I was really following the why and the what and for who and when. So it was really, really interesting. And ending with the video, it was really the cherry on the top of the cake, because it was a great, great video and great presentation, and really directed to the business value and the value proposition that you are really bringing to the schools and to the people, right? So very good. And one of the most interesting facts in the FENICE project, for me, it's actually what Juliana already mentioned, following Barbara's question. So where was the problem? I just wanted to go back there and make a question, like, sometimes it's very hard for us to let go of an idea of, if, okay, we assigned ourselves to do this, so this is what we are going to do. And sometimes when the market and the people and the users and the possible users of our solution tell us to totally change our direction, sometimes it's not that easy. So I would like to ask you, how did you both felt on that situation, that moment, and how did you overcome and decided to move this way?
Maybe you can start, Mami.
No, please go. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, I think it was a little bit difficult at the beginning, but after a while we understood that this is a big part of the product management role, to really try to identify what is needed, instead of really just defending the ideas that we had at the beginning. So and then we had to do a lot of adjustments, but I think at the end it was worth, and I'm very happy with what we brought today.
Yeah, exactly. As Juliana said at the beginning, it was very interesting to work on the first topic, about the workplace harassment. It's a great subject, but when we started the interview process and we talked to people, we figured out that the problem is not really about reporting. It's not really about reporting. It's more about how people are going to move on. And that's how we pivot to this new topic. And I think we understood that the main problem is, how can people find a training, and how can they move to a new job? That's why we decided to do this new project.
So I think we have 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys. This was really, really great. Like from the first second to the last, I was, I love the story. I love the product, and it looks really good. Congratulations for this. And one thing, I think that this is really close to the last question of Rafael, but I'd like to know a bit more about your go-to-market strategy. This is my first question. And my second one is, I mean, when I talk about your go-to-market strategy, how do you plan to acquire users on a daily basis? I mean, what's your strategy? The main channels you will be communicating about your products, so you're sure that your target audience will hear about your value proposition. And also, my second question is, I'm not sure I understood what was your MVP. What were the features in your MVP? I saw the big picture and I saw where do you want to head with the product, but what is exactly the MVP? What will the MVP look like? And how did you decide that it was the most interesting features to come up with? Does that make sense? Good.
Yeah, I'm going to answer the second question, and I'll let Juliana maybe to answer the first one. About the MVP features, we've already developed our MVP on Bubble. So I didn't see your image right now. Okay, all right. So yeah, we work on Bubble to build our MVP. So right now the features that we have concern mostly all the matching skills process. I mean, you can import your CV, for example, and you can find information about one job by selecting the diploma or the industry or something like that, and you can go to the process of the quiz. You can answer a quiz for a job. For example, you can choose a product manager and you make a quiz, and we can give you a matching score, a real matching score in the MVP. And at the end, we are showing to the user suggestions of 4 or 5 training to go to the product manager process. So that's what we have already done for MVP right now. And for the go-to-market strategy, I think the best strategy is to work together with schools and to be like a guest for events, for example, for Web Code School, and to talk about the product and how we can connect students and schools with our tool.
So live event.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, makes sense. Just a quick request. Can you please send the link over the chat, the link to the prototype, or maybe just display again the
yeah,
QR
sure,
code, because
sure.
I didn't get the
no
time.
problem, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Congratulations again, guys. This was great work.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, just a I will just quickly jump into it and say congrats for the presentation. Best of luck with the launch, and I'm waiting for that email to sign up.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And now heading towards the second group, MYEZOFFICE. MYEZOFFICE helps remote workers solve the frustrating process of purchasing and installing a home office by providing ergonomic furniture and equipment that is better than using traditional office furniture suppliers, because their focus is on improving your productivity as a worker and well-being. This group is led by Marco Gallo, Justine Arnaud, and Ventura Mur. And I'm handing I'm passing on the mic here to Marco.
Hi.
Actually, they will share the screen. Okay, so they will be sharing the screen.
Yeah, Marco is sharing.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen clearly?
Yes, we can see your screen, sir.
All right, Justine, go for it.
Okay, let's go. So hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. I'm Justine Arnaud, and me, Marco Gallo, and Ventura Moore are the co-founders of MYEZOFFICE. We've all been there. We have all experienced back and neck pains from working on uncomfortable generic chairs and desks that were never designed for our unique body in the first place. Unfortunately, most of us don't ever take the time to purchase custom-sized furniture fitted for our own personal measurements. We then end up sore, tired, and unproductive due to poor comfort and poor ergonomics. Research survey results from Adapt Global on working from home indicated that 69% of remote workers don't use ergonomic chairs and desks at home. Coincidentally, there has been a 44% growth in remote work over the past 5 years. Furthermore, 65% of remote workers state that they are more productive working from home. To better understand the current issue, let's talk about John. John is our typical B2C user persona. He is a professional who is now working from home due to the COVID pandemic. Prior to COVID, John mostly worked at his company, which has fairly comfortable office furniture. Thus, he never considered the importance of home office ergonomics. At his home office, he uses a regular desk and chair. But now that he spends most of his day working from home, he finds himself suffering from all kinds of aches and pains due to working on non-ergonomic furniture. He now realizes he needs to step up his home office game, but he's too busy with work and family to spend endless hours on websites trying to guess which furniture will work best for him. To identify the problems users faced when shopping for ergonomic home office furniture, we conducted a dozen user interviews ranging from B2C to B2B interviewees. Whether it's Ana Rosa, an office manager at the Lisbon office of Nuceo, who managed dozens of remote workers, or Joao, a UX designer in Lisbon currently working from home, the common theme is the same. Shopping for ergonomic home office furniture is tedious. Guessing which size furniture one must purchase is a difficult process. And the consequences of bad ergonomics are often only considered an important problem once people start feeling sore and uncomfortable from working on non-ergonomic office furniture for far too long. Our user interviews helped us create a general customer profile. Our remote workers, whom we called remoters, feel the same pains and generally wish for the same gains. Remoters, male and female, all care about their well-being and want to improve their productivity. They want to shop for affordable, beautifully fitted ergonomic furniture in one shop without all the hassles. But to help us determine our solution and unique value proposition, we had to focus on determining the most difficult problem first. With our key insights, we realized that shopping for ergonomic home office furniture is not a simple process. Online options are overwhelming, and without actually physically testing the furniture, many ended up making a wrong purchase. We aim to solve this problem by offering ergonomic home office furniture custom-sized for each individual user under one website at the MYEZOFFICE one-stop ergonomic home office furniture shop. MYEZOFFICE will shorten the shopping process by offering the option of 3 custom-sized ergonomic home office furniture packages that meet all budget and personal requirements. MYEZOFFICE will simplify the guessing game of which size is right for the user by offering the MYEZOFFICE sizing tool. Now I pass the mic to my partner, Marco.
Thanks, Justine. So, ergonomic home office furniture is sized for your body. That is our unique value proposition. What makes this so unique? MYEZOFFICE will make it easy for you to choose the right ergonomic chair and desk by selecting furniture based on your personal measurements. With our MYEZOFFICE sizing tool, we can create a uniquely tailored shopping experience for each user. Our sizing tool will allow you to customize your home office furniture based on your individual measurements. Our sizing tool will delight our customers by enabling them to eliminate the guesswork of choosing the right furniture and allowing them to make quick and certain buying decisions, which will encourage them to return again and again. We also believe that our sizing tool will lead to reduced returns of items due to incorrect sizing, which is a major headache for customers purchasing furniture online. The more the customer shops on MyEZOFFICE, the more MyEZOFFICE will learn about their preferences, enabling better engagement and a tailored shopping experience, which will ultimately lead to higher customer satisfaction. We believe that the MyEZOFFICE sizing tool will differentiate us from the rest of the market. Our business model is similar to traditional e-commerce platforms, which rely on relationships with suppliers for sourcing inventory and logistics partners for delivering the physical products to the customer. Our primary focus will be on growing our online sales from within our own platform. We aim to become the #1 go-to ergonomic home office furniture supplier in Europe by becoming a major online authority on ergonomic home office products and expertise. We will also create an affiliate network of social media, ergonomic, and home office experts and partner with them to deliver our products with affiliate drop shipping through their channels. Once we become an established platform, we will hire sales teams to begin targeting B2B direct sales in specific regions. Finally, in 2 years, we aim to offer an environmentally friendly and sustainable furniture rental program for individuals and early-stage startups on a budget. Although we are ambitious, MyEZOFFICE faces many risks ahead. We classified our risks in 3 categories: UX, tech, and business. Firstly, from a user experience perspective, by providing too many steps to get personalized sizing measurements, we face the risk of losing customers just a few minutes after they land on our website. Secondly, from a tech perspective, the main risks we face are in successfully developing our MyEZOFFICE sizing tool algorithm without any delays. Finally, from a business perspective, we must purchase and manage inventory. Therefore, we will need large upfront capital investment to ensure that our most popular items are always in stock. Managing partnerships with furniture suppliers and shipping companies will leave us vulnerable to problems sometimes beyond our control. Furthermore, we also face major competitors such as Amazon and IKEA, who are the traditional go-to shops for generic home office furniture. Without major brand awareness, most of the public may never hear about how wonderful our brand is and will simply continue to shop with the dominant retailers. Although the competitive field is crowded with traditional big box retailers and niche ergonomic furniture shops, we believe that MyEZOFFICE can become a reputable brand by leveraging our unique value proposition, which focuses on custom-sized ergonomic home office furniture, will allow us to stand out from this crowded space. This will help us differentiate ourselves from some of the more established competitors in this market that offer generic office furniture or whose home office offering is only a small category in their general furniture inventory. To validate our hypothesis on whether potential customers will value our unique proposition of offering custom-sized ergonomics, we built a landing page offering free ergonomic consultations to gauge the interest of potential clients. This is our landing page, where we built a clear call to action form offering free ergonomic consultations. Upon entering a name, an email, we are notified of a hot new lead and we can begin the process of contacting the interested party. Our first results were very positive. Our first test campaign, which we ran in the last week based on posting outreach messages on LinkedIn and an email campaign, gained enough interest to convince us that we have a compelling product offering. With these results, we feel confident to move forward with our product. To build our first MVP prototype, we decided to focus on the most important features, which we determined by using the Moscow feature prioritization chart. The first release, which is already functional, includes the following key features. Choose a package. This is our primary offer, which includes our 3 most popular packages: Basic, Business, and Premium. The MYEZOFFICE sizing tool. This feature is our custom sizing tool. Manage my order. And this is where the user can manage their orders and shopping cart. Search for item. We will build a smart filter search toolbar, which will allow users to specify exactly what they want in their package or furniture, such as color, sizes, etc. We built our first MVP prototype using Wix to begin collecting more data and to improve our product offering by gathering key insights from data analysis. Please have a look at our functional prototype by scanning the QR code to your right. This is the homepage. Upon landing on our homepage, the customer will see our 3 main packages that can each be custom sized for each person's measurements. Below the packages, the user can enter their personal measurement details on a form so they can receive a list of items that are specifically sized to their measurement. Now let's go to the ergonomics page to take a look at our sizing tool in more detail. In its current state, it is just a form where the users can enter their personal measurements in centimeters, such as height, width, knee to floor, hip to hip, etc. In a future release, we aim to eliminate this form and will implement an app using a one-time scan with a mobile phone, anytime, anywhere, that will measure and calculate the user's body measurements within a few short minutes and allow them to shop for items specifically tailored to them. Moving on to our packages. The package page will offer more details and images of each package: Basic, Business, and Premium. We have currently released our first MVP prototype and hope to gain more insights and traction before we deliver our second release, which will be much more intuitive. And with that, I now pass my mic to my partner, Ventura.
Thanks, Marco. We feel that we created a great, beautiful product. We have defined our target group and we deliver value. The setup is complete. Now we need to know if the market will share the same enthusiasm. We need to know that what we have imagined is true. We want to make sure we are moving forward and in the right direction. To do so, we have determined the most relevant success metrics and KPIs to keep us on track. To this end, we have adopted a 2-phase success strategy: pre-launch and launch. The pre-launch KPIs are a checklist of the conditions that have to be met to launch the product in optimal conditions, such as positive results from UX/UI, A/B tests, numbers of items in inventory, and so on. For the launch phase, we have adopted the R framework based on the different stages of user path for measuring relevant KPI metrics, such as number of visitors, numbers of calls made, and profit margins. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one single metric, or guiding North Star, which for MYEZOFFICE is the number of orders we receive on our platform. In order to rise the number of monthly orders, we must focus on increasing the number of daily visits, increasing the number of users, and increasing the number of products clicked, and to optimize the cost of customer acquisition. Our launch strategy actions will be based on traditional pay-per-click ads on Google and Facebook, combined with an introductory email campaign and a collaborative campaign with ergonomic and furniture influencers, on their social media channels. To maintain and increase traction after the first boost, we will maintain the pay-per-click and influencers campaigns while creating video and content campaign in collaboration with ergonomic experts that will be promoted on our social media accounts and our blog. We will continue to target our undecided users by running bumper actions to redirect them to the order page, by personalized offers via email, a retargeting campaign, and relevant newsletter content. This is a quick overview on the conversion flow. We have established several paths that converge in the ordering form. The first path starts with a pay-per-click ad that encourages the user to leave their contact details to receive a free one-on-one ergonomic phone consultation. Our customer success team will contact the users as soon as possible in order to give them ergonomic advice and guide them to choose the package of furniture according to design preferences, body measurements, room dimensions, and their budget that best fits their needs. If the user buys on the call, he or she will receive a special offer discount. For the rest of the paths, PPC, influencers, email, follows a more traditional flow from landing page to order form. We have already launched our landing page and are now ready to release our functioning website prototype, whilst we focus on developing our unique sizing tools. The first major feature to implement is going to be the algorithm sizing tool that will replace the current form for entering personal measurements. The second major feature will be a 360-degree augmented reality tool that users can create from pictures of their own actual working space with the selected MYEZOFFICE furniture, so that users can have an exact vision of what their new home office will look like. Now, let's go to our personal roadmaps. Justine?
Thank you, Ventura. On my side, I'm currently working at Lovebox, a French startup. I've been hired as a PM 2 months ago, mostly thanks to White Code School and Productized program, thanks to what I learned and the confidence it gave me. Today, I'm applying my PM way of thinking in every action I do. Within my company, I'm working on having in-depth knowledge of my product and gaining autonomy. By the end of Q3, I'll be getting more comfortable with my PM role and start building and applying PM processes in the company. By the end of Q4, I will assume more responsibility and will be collaborating in expanding the PM team. That's all for me. Your turn, Marco.
Thanks, Justine. As for me, thanks to Wild Code School and Productized, I am now applying my newfound knowledge in product management and assisting my business partner in developing a cryptocurrency platform. By the end of Q3, I will have enrolled in an Introduction to Digital Currencies and the Blockchain course at the University of Nicosia. By the end of Q4, I will finish my new course and will continue to develop my own startup ideas. And that's all for me. Thank you, everyone. I pass the mic to Ventura.
Thank you, Marco. I'm contacting product-oriented companies in the video game and digital entertainment sector. I will take a Scrum certification course. By Q3, I'll be working as Associate PM, contributing to the company my experience in research, marketing, and knowledge of the gaming market. And by the end of Q4, I'll be getting familiar with the product management role and assuming new responsibilities alongside the development of my own product. This has been my MYEZOFFICE presentation. Thanks to Wild Code School and Productized. Please feel free to come. Thanks a lot for your attention and your time. So if you're working from home and feel unproductive or have back pain, remember you are 2 clicks or 1 call away from improving your room, your work, and your life. Thank you very much.
All right. Congratulations, guys. So this is Q&A time. And again, I'm going to pass on the word to Barbara. Barbara, any words?
Yeah, first, where to subscribe? Is there any like Kickstarter that can help me with my setup? Because as you saw, I had the problems with setting the environment here in my room. Congrats, guys. Very nice presentation, very cool problem to solve. And I'm particularly interested in the probably difficult part of it is the risks that you have presented, because the competition is high. The convenience of shopping online is something that Amazon and others just step up the game, the way that you purchase today, tomorrow it's at your door. And so I want to come back to the risks and ask you a question. Which of the presented risks, you presented it in 3 areas, you find the most risky one? And have you thought about mitigating this risk, or like, do you have any workarounds in case this really happens? What would you do?
I can answer this one. I think the biggest risks are actually the business risks, because for us, as we're not just a digital product, we do have to be concerned about inventory and managing relationships with suppliers and logistics partners. In order to actually be able to deliver products to the customers, we have to juggle this relationship. So that to me is the biggest risk we face. How we mitigate it? Well, if we were to actually build this company, I mean, we'd have to do we'd have to build our relationships with these suppliers first and foremost, making sure that we also have inventory secured, and cash flow being a major concern for that as well, because if you can't purchase your new inventory, then you'd be in pretty big trouble.
Right. Yeah, you mentioned something very important, that product management is not only building websites and prototypes, but there is a lot of, like, the iceberg. The top of the iceberg is the prototype, the online purchasing, etc. And you can nail it. But what supports it, the offline processes are sometimes like the key to unlock the value for the product itself. It feels that you have like huge conscience about it, so that's great. And now just how to make it happen. So yeah, I was particularly interested in the risks. Maybe other speakers have other questions.
Yeah, well, if I can go on, guys. Another big risk, I think, is the competition of Amazon and IKEA, which is like the main places that people go to buy things without even thinking on the alternative. So our goal is for them to think there is an alternative. So to do that, we have put our focus on ergonomics, because this is what is going to differentiate us from these 2 main players, right? Focusing on personalized home office to your room, to your house, to your personal situation, I think is going to be the difference between Amazon and IKEA, which are like bulk shops that you can buy a lot of things, but none of them are going to be really fitted for you. And this is the point that we're stressing so much in MYEZOFFICE, that is personalized home office furniture.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess that's when you build the whole communication around this fact, mostly about like health concerns, you can win this game easier than by providing a better purchasing process. That's a really good point.
Thank you.
So can I go next? Yeah.
Yes. Go next, Rafa.
So congrats, guys. Very interesting area, but I just, like, before I go through the questions that I have, I just would like to know what brought you guys to this area, because that's a very interesting topic, but I just want to know how did you came up on this sector?
Well, you got to ask the one who had the original idea, and that's Justine.
Yeah, I can reply. Actually, that's a really common problem these days. I can see all the people around me struggling with home office equipment and like back and neck pains, as we said in the presentation. Like, everybody is concerned by this problem since a year now, since the first strike of the COVID-19. So that's how it came, from just looking around and searching for what is a common problem.
You know, if you introduce me that service like 2 months ago, I could be one of your potential clients for that. I just renewed this office here, and it was a lot of pain on doing that, you know, like hiring and get to know how you want that and think about all the ergonomic part of the office. So that's why I really like the idea, but I do also have some expertise on working on furniture business. So just a quick question, is that business modulated, or is that on-demand, like personalized furniture? What is the specific business of you guys?
Can you ask that again?
Are you guys working in a modulated solution, or are you guys working in a personalized solution? Just to get understand, what is your market inside furniture?
Well, our market is basically like, we want to keep the inventory small initially, right? We want to offer our 3 main packages. We will offer additional products, but we want to kind of just give a simple solution. So as soon as you land, you don't have to try to figure out which desk is what. We will custom match it to the, you know, the same style, same colors. And the specific furniture that we would order would be one that can be customized. Because if you look at some of the competitors, and we did some research on this, like when people want to actually order customized furniture, it's a pretty complicated process. Like just to order it from suppliers, like the ones that can really be well adjusted, and having to figure all that out yourself, like without like proper guidance, and actually finding the suppliers and the methods of instructions of how to do it. Unless you're at the shop physically, it's very difficult to gauge this online. And that's the problem, the problem we're trying to bridge. Like, how can you make a decision online?
Okay, so let me just, Rafa, let me just also bring on Paulo, because we are very, very short of time before we move to the next team, okay? If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, you can always send it either via the chat or via one of the offline channels. So, and congratulations on that renovation. I love your red phone on the back.
All right. Guys, amazing work. Loved how you mix startup plus product presentation style. It's amazing. Well documented, good storytelling about how the team did the product process, from user research, user validation, launch strategy, testing your hypotheses, building a landing page, also generating real traffic, right? Showing metrics and the growth funnels. This last one, I loved how you used a growth simulator where you could calculate growth experiments, estimate the traffic each acquisition channel is bringing to your landing pages, how much each visit costs you, and the end, how your revenues will be based in your conversion rate. This is amazing work. So my question, I don't have much time. As you know, 40 to 60% of first-time visitors will not come back, right? Because they cannot see the product value immediately. What's your strategy to create that hey, aha moment when the user visits your product for the first time?
Yeah, I think I can go on that one. Yeah. Yeah, we have, as we said on the presentation, we have some strategies in order to redirect the undecisive users by emails campaign, also ads, and the newsletter and the content campaign. So these are this bowling framework actions to just redirect them with email, ads, and the content campaign.
Just to add to that, because you asked about the aha moment, I think the aha moment for us would be like from the moment, imagine the user lands on the website and there's like some kind of bot of some sort that just asks like, hey, we'll give you a curated, personalized list of furniture specifically for you. Just enter this, these details, or download this app and do a body measurement scan. And that, I think, is like what will really help us stand out from the rest, because no one else offers this at this stage. So I think that would be our aha moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So thank you guys for this wonderful presentation. Has been really wonderful to see the progression that all the teams have done through the last weeks of the course. And we're heading towards our last team and final project. The third group is HCARE. So HCARE is an app that aims to achieve well-being by focusing on finding the best work-life balance through the achievement of healthy goals, focus times, and work breaks. The team is composed by Aya, Camille, and Teresa, and I will call on stage Aya to do the presentation. Aya, the stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. I'm just going to adjust this screen and the mic because I'm a little bit shorter. Anyway, hello, everyone. I hope you're still energetic to hear us. Okay, awesome. This is HCARE, and it's us, Camille, Aya, Teresa. Also meet our the fourth member of our team. This is Alex. Alex is a team lead. Oh, sorry, just a second. Can you? I'm sorry, I have some technical problems here. Great. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Teresa is the best. Alex is a team lead of FinTech at a medium-sized company. Alex is a very active, easygoing, and sociable person. He loves his job and his team. However, since the pandemic hit and his office was dislocated to home, he started feeling more overwhelmed and being constantly in video meetings. Alex told us that he sometimes just can't digitally disconnect, and he doesn't feel anymore where the work ends and the personal life starts. His sport routine became unstable, and he doesn't feel motivated and sometimes too tired. Sometimes he's so consumed by meetings and work that he even skips his lunch and eats when he remembers to. Tick. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm really sorry about that. Alex will be back super soon. Hold on. And now he feels constantly stressed and overworking to the extent that he's almost burnt out. He recognizes a problem and would like to have a more balanced life, but he doesn't know how to switch off. A major contributor to his inability to switch off is the fact that work and relaxation take place in the same environment. Separating the two is as difficult for Alex as for other remote workers around the globe. You may recognize yourself in this portrait. In fact, Alex is not the only one to experience these challenges. Research on the remote working trends over the past years showed that remote employees working longer, spending time in more meetings, and having to keep up with more communication channels. Taking fewer breaks, working longer hours, and blurring boundaries between work and home are established features of remote working. But they are also a sure cocktail for mental exhaustion and burnt out. And 69% of employees are experiencing burnt out symptoms while working from home, and this influx is impacting both business productivity as well as the overall health of workforce. At the same time, about 60% of employees would like to continue working from home in a hybrid mode. Being the sole master of your time, schedule, and work environment isn't easy, and without discipline and clear-cut boundaries, it's easy for remote workers to work long hours and skip breaks. The lines between personal and professional lives can quickly blur, and being constantly digitally available can make you feel like you never really transition out of work mode. So, how can this problem be solved? Most of the professionals recommend to set strict boundaries, focus on the tasks that truly matter, make a precise schedule, take time off to unwind and discover a new hobby. This is where HCARE provides a solution to the problem of overworking and blurred lines between work and personal life. We aim to achieve well-being by focusing on finding the best work-life balance through the achievement of healthy goals, focus times, and tracking progress. And how does Alex achieve his goal to have a better balanced life, you might ask? He can set his most important goals and track their progress. And HCARE supports his better life by providing tips and latest research on time management. HCARE makes sure that Alex feels motivated to achieve his goals by rewarding his efforts. Once the goal is achieved, Alex will receive points and later discounts. For his convenience and best experience, Alex is able to synchronize all his calendars with the app. Then he can easily create day assignments and work on the task with focus time to stay productive and avoid distractions. Finally, the work-life balance and goals dashboard helps Alex to stay aware of the current state and adjust his life accordingly. And here I will pass the mic to my colleague, Teresa.
So Alex already knew at least 2 other apps similar to HCARE, but why did it chose HCARE? Cosmo Time and Smarter Time are also productivity and time management apps. There is a way to control time and set tasks, but what really distinguishes HCARE from the competitors is a dashboard where Alex can check his week, set his goals, and see if he's on the right track. That's how HCARE becomes your personal assistant and helps you throughout the day stay mindful about your schedule and reduce overworking. There are 3 major risks that we envision: lack of interest to using one more time management or productivity app and creating a real value for our customers; lack of clarity how to use the app so it helps solving the work-life balance; and inability to implement AI in the nearest future with current capacity. To understand how to create a solution and help Alex in this struggle, we developed a design sprint. So for the design sprint, we took into account the Double Diamond framework, and after conducting 14 interviews, we used the How Might We Notes technique that helps to find innovative solutions by reframing known challenges. Additionally, we used the Crazy 8 approach in order to unlock some ideas to develop, and this generated some screenshots of our app. And finally, we developed the prototype in Figma. Each team member wrote their How Might We notes, and then we select the features and organized by clusters. Out of this came ideas for our features, so that the app will be available on the Google Play, the Create account, the dashboard, set goals, view calendar, notifications, Pomodoro time, calendar sync, and profile settings. These are the first screens that we designed in Figma after Crazy 8's exercise. And out of this low fidelity prototype, we developed our high fidelity prototype that we are happy to share with you now. So now find out how Alex uses the app.
Hi, my name is Alex and I'm very happy to be using the HCARE app every day. Today, I'll show you how the app works and what are the main features that help you to be more productive. If you're new to the app, you can download it through the app stores and start by registering using your Google account or your email. Then I set my goals. I like to read and walk more. A nice touch is that I have my goals defined by themes, and I can even add my own goals. If you haven't signed in with your Google account, you can sync your calendar at any time. This is the best part of the app, because through artificial intelligence, it will also be able to schedule my weeks in the future. I have already entered my data. Now let's go ahead. This is my dashboard where I will be able to control if I am working longer than estimated. For example, this Thursday, I have to pay attention because I am at risk of working too many hours. Below, you can see my weekly goals and their progression. Once I have synchronized my calendar, it's time to focus on my tasks. I can insert them manually or add them from my calendar. To mindfully focus on my tasks, I can use focus time. Every 25 minutes of focusing on a task, I get a 5-minute break. And if I reach 4 cycles in a row, I'll have a longer break. I can also turn off notifications to avoid distractions. I want to know how much I have left to achieve my goals. I've been good at walking this week. Notice how little I have left to reach it? Yes, I walked today. Feels good to finally achieve my goal. Now, let's have a look at my calendar weekly or monthly. I can see purple when I'm busy at work and yellow when I have free time. Is it after 6 p.m. already? If this is my time limit, the app will remind me that it's time. I really want to stop overworking, so it's good to stay notified. If I want to change my data or change the start and end times of my work, I can do it in my account settings. Then the app will optimize my work and help me more and more every day. Convinced? Download now and try it out for free. If you manage to use it for more than 21 days in a row, you'll get a surprise.
But we can't rely on Alex's opinion alone. So we decided to make this as public as possible and developed our MVP. To get the value of the product, we decided to create a landing page and generate some leads. So for this purpose, we created a page in MailChimp because it allows us to understand the number of visits, the open rate, and the number of downloads. And we shared it on our personal LinkedIn network and direct contacts. Let's assume that the entire MVP launch will take 8 weeks overall. In the first week, we launched the landing page. In the first 4 weeks, we wanted to generate leads and interact with interested people, understanding how our value proposition was paying off. In the second and third week, we will make some iterations to improve our landing page with feedback we were getting from our users. Let's see it. According to plan, this was our landing page. We wanted to show our value proposition with the 3 main features of our product, which are focus time, mute extraction, and work-life balance dashboard. We had a button to download a free PDF planner and 2 testimonials. With user feedback, in total, we did 4 iterations at a fair level and in terms of copy because the value proposition wasn't really clear for users. In the third week, we achieved our goal, getting a total of 98 visits and 17 subscriptions. We collected some feedback to improve our value proposition. Based on our initial data and the post-launch KPIs, we defined our North Star. Since our main goal is to help remote workers to stop overworking and have a better work-life balance, we defined our North Star as monthly personal time freed. It will measure the moment that our customers find value from our product and represent the core of our current product strategy. At the same time, our business goal is monthly premium subscriptions. For the launch strategy, we started from BULSI framework to define the main traction channels and use the R framework, which is about acquisition, activation, retention, referral, and revenue. This was to outline the strategy. So the main channels were social ads, content marketing, and SEO. You can see that we have previously used them in our roadmap. In the first phase of the acquisition strategy and activation, we used the bowling alley framework, which allowed us to think about the onboarding strategy from aha moments, product bumper, and conventional bumper in order to grow our user. The aha moment happens when Alex signs in with his Google account and syncs his calendar. In this easy way, he realizes the value of the app. In the welcome process, Alex has 3 steps in his onboarding and a guided tour for the first steps. Alex converted and used the app for 21 days straight because he also received notifications during that time and emails that helped him understand his progress. Over time, push notifications, and direct emails managed to convert our users to premium. Did you know that a habit is created after 21 days of practice? This is what we use to create our business model. It is reflected in a freemium model based on our competitive market analysis. During the first 21 days, we are committed to create a real habit in our user by inviting them to complete their goals daily. After this first phase, users can continue to use the app for free for unlimited time, but some features are limited to 3 users per month. To upgrade the account and use all the paid features, the user pays €5 per month. We have made a simulation of the onboarding process, gathering leads from our established channels in Bursy framework, and we have noticed that our customers' acquisition cost is low, having a value of €3.85. So Alex has been using the app for the past 21 days for free, and he started his sport routine again, regularly eating his lunch and reading more. He is enjoying a more balanced life between work and personal life, so he decided to use the paid version to become even more efficient thanks to HCARE. Now it's your moment to get the best of your life and become a master of your time. So scan this QR code, get your free planner, and share with us your insights. Talking about the personal roadmap. Hi everyone, so I am Camille, and I am currently project manager at Hub France IA, where I have a lot of opportunities to encounter AI startups. My personal roadmap is to develop my professional skills there and focus on HR tech startups. As I am passionate about HR, I plan to work as a PM in an HR tech startup, so that I will have a great opportunity to help HR departments to solve their problems. And I'll pass the mic to Teresa.
Hi, I'm Teresa. So right now I'm operations manager at Productized. And until the end of the year, I want to look for a new job. I want to have mentoring sessions that help me steer in the right direction. And I want to get involved in more product growth, marketing, and design trainings. And in 1 year, I think I'm motivated to lead a product team that I can share the same values with a product that I identify, helping them to grow.
Hi again. If you forgot, I'm Aya. I'm a product manager intern at Adecco Group. I started my journey as product manager just at the beginning of this year. And I can tell that I've transformed and learned a lot since then with the support of my team, colleagues, classmates, Zoom mates, and faculty. I made a huge step from zero knowledge about product management in January to building our own product and landing my first position as product manager by today. And I plan to develop further, expand my technical knowledge, and my next year work in a great team on a great product as a great product manager. And that was a great pleasure to share our journey with you guys and with my team. You're amazing. And floor is open for questions. Thank you for the attention.
All right, so this was amazing, guys, and you nailed it. 20 minutes sharp. I was really, really impressed by that. Okay, so we're heading towards the end, but don't cry, because we still have a couple of questions for you guys. So this group has for sure we have our experts. So again, I'm still heading to Barbara. Barbara, any questions?
Yeah, thank you for this presentation. Really nice. I have like 20 different apps installed, trying to get my work-life balance, my health in place, and focus time, etc. And I really like how you structure the presentation and the value that you're delivering. And I was just wondering, the biggest problem with this type of services is exactly the loyalty of your customers. And I'm already receiving notifications and emails. What I liked in your presentation was the little tweak gamification. If you are there for 21 days, wait for the surprise. are you thinking of more interactions like that, or how, maybe rephrasing the question, how are you going to maintain the customers in your app and not searching for other solutions to fill in the gap? What's the golden button that you provide?
Okay. If I think I understood your question, and I looked into Paulo, so I think I will answer the right answer. So I think it tends to be with the conversional bumpers. So when we have the consumers, and if we want to gain more and to how do you say, to maintain and acquire your customers, we thought about direct emails and notifications. So we want to keep them active and not to being an annoying app with them, but to always help them and being a better personal person, helping them with short notifications. But Aya and Camille, if you want to add something.
Yeah, maybe just to add a little insights. I think that we talked also in team about gamified the experience of the user to add a really delightful content and to give them the how to say that, to make user want really to use and not just answer the emails or the notification, to really create their habit.
Oh, nice.
Did we?
Yeah. This will be, of course, challenging, but the UX wise, it looks really nice. And I really like the combination of all the tools I'm working with, Google Calendar, with Clockwise, with Planner, etc. So yeah, from my side, and for the sake of time, I pass the word to next questions.
So
Go ahead, Rafael.
So congrats, girls. Really nice presentation and very well structured plan and measure the data that we already collect. So I really appreciate that. One of the questions that I had, it was exactly that. What is the main value that you offer? So already answered. One suggestion on the answer that Teresa told is try to maybe work with friendly messages, and that would help a lot as well. And I really see a lot of value on something not only digital, but providing something physical. So that is something interesting that I appreciate, where we are mostly digital nowadays. So congrats for that. I already subscribe and download the PDF. So congrats. Just the last question, where to start that? Where to go first? What is the strategy of starting? Where? From where? Which country? Which region? Where do you want to apply? Which market do you want to get started?
That's a great question.
Rafael, can you rephrase the question? So where did we start?
Yeah, your product roadmap of like trying like marketing strategies and everything. Where to start?
Okay, so we started doing the landing page on MailChimp, right?
No, where, which country? Which country you gonna try to
where
sell first?
are you going to start? We did our market size research. So we researched for all the remote workers in the world, and then we tried to focus on the Europe side because we are here in Europe, and we think that is the first step to do. And then we try to grow more for all over the world.
Yeah, and
so that is, please, Aya.
Just to add, all the interviews that we had, they were mostly conducted here in Europe. So we kind of like built our persona based on the interviews made mostly in Europe. So we start from Europe and then we conquer the world.
Yeah, well, Europe is still a big space to achieve, and one quick suggestion is just try to look for which country would be better. Start small and then you grow that. I think you already have a global view for the product, but just start small and some area, get to know more and improve as value that you can provide on the product, and then move for other markets as well. And yeah, congrats again.
Thank you.
It's a really nice product that I personally need. Only one that works. I wanted to make a question, like zooming out of all the process of building the solution and understanding the needs and all our needs. What was the biggest challenge as a team? Zooming out, going from beginning to end, what would you like to highlight?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was to come up with the idea and define the value proposition. We struggled with that a lot. And actually, we started with a different idea, which was proposed by Camille. And Camille can talk more about that if we need to have more details on the first idea. But then we pivoted from the initial idea, because when we started having our interviews, actually from our first challenge that we assumed we had, we actually found the different challenges. We were hearing the same repeating responses from our interviewees. And so that's how we pivoted from initial idea to the current one. And pivoting and again coming up with new value proposition was quite challenging for us. Anything to add? No. Thank you.
All right, just in time. That's my team. Great. Okay, guys. So congratulations again. So we had like this magic moment today. 3 teams. Let me remind you that almost all of these people, they didn't have any product management experience before joining the course. So this is really the work of, a few months. Let me actually ask here, Barbara, final words. Any final words before we close the session?
Well, I'm really happy to see that the projects are thought through from the definition of what's the problem, for whom are we working. I think this is the most difficult part. It feels like it's the easiest one, but when you jump into operations and on daily basis, you watch the graphs, you watch your dashboards, watch your metrics, revenues, etc. It's very easy to forget what those numbers represent, and there are humans. So I'm personally the advocate of bringing humans and customer thinking to the product development part. And it feels that you, along the story that you were presenting, all the 3 presentations, we're always focusing on the customer. In the first example, we had switching the problem to be solved, because you figure out that there was a bigger opportunity for that problem. Second and third products focus on the well-being of the health, etc. In the very current problems that we face. First, start working from home and make it comfortable. Second, work-life balance, that suddenly your space is just one and you need to split that. So I really like that human focus in all the presentations, and really looking forward for you to shine on the product markets, because I'm very confident that you have crafted the basics to make you a good contributor for any company that is searching for product managers.
So, and being realistic, do you think they have good chances of being hired as assistants, PMs or PMs in the next few months?
It may feel like, oh yeah, very beautiful words, but I want to be honest with you guys. Really, you have potential. I see you as my colleagues at my previous projects or my future projects, because this is the mind that we are searching for in product, being very holistic, looking on the problem in very broad perspective, from numbers to humans to solution to how to plan it on daily basis, how it connects to my company goals, how to make the retention, what I need to watch out in this next step. Am I in acquisition point? Am I growing the leads? Am I growing the business? Or am I already nurturing the existing customers, etc.? It feels that you have already the tools to use. So definitely I see that, yeah, this is what we need in the product area.
Great. Thanks a lot, Barbara. So I'm also calling here on stage Isabel and Paulo. So do you want to say some final words, maybe?
I hope they are not final, but I would like to say that it was a huge pleasure to follow all this evolution and all this discovery and iteration of so many different people and spread all over the world. And it's amazing. It was the first time I was participating in a cohort totally remote. And it's really amazing the human connections that we can also build behind all the knowledge that is sharing and all the evolution. So yeah, as we can already see, some of you have already a product management role, and all the others, that's if that's what you want, you can surely get it, because you know everything that you need to be there. You just need to decide if that's what you want, because you are all very well.
Just to say one word, amazing. This is my keyword now, because you see all these 5 months come together with a lot of challenges, namely to create that perfect product idea, but then all the processes that we nowadays every day see these challenges on the product teams, and all of you guys on this cohort have tackled all this challenge and put it together, and with a great storytelling, depending on your background. Some come from communication, design, customer support, startups, and you see all this knowledge being put in place, the different pitches, depending again on background, but with a lot of value, focus on user, on consumer, and then you see the journey, the product journey here, very well structured. Amazing work, guys, amazing.
Okay, guys, so congratulations again. Don't forget, there is a next PM course, the fall edition 2021, and it's for, I guess, not for you, the students of this cohort, but for everyone else that wants to go into PM. It's a part-time course. It's fully remote, and it's going to be taught in English as this one. It's starting September 13th, 2021. It's taking 5 months, and you can know everything at wildcodeschool.com. Has in this edition, you will have access to the Productized Academy, which is a collection of community webinars, product podcasts, fireside chats, partner perks, workshops, book launches on product, and the next one is with Harika Dutt already in October. Productized directory, which is the directory of all the product people in our group, with thousands of product managers, and curated one-on-ones, office hours with the faculty, and access to the entire content library. You can also join us from today in one of the largest communities of practitioners of products by using this QR code to go into the newsletter, or just subscribe the YouTube or LinkedIn for notifications. And surprise, surprise, the regular price of this new edition is 4,500 euros. You will have 10% discount until the 20th of August, and you can pay in 3 or 5 installments with no commission, or you can use one of the biggest innovations in the ad space education space in the last few years, the income shared agreements, and pay when you get a product job. So that's, no strings attached, no risk. You only pay when you actually have a job. It's available in Portugal through the Fundação José Neves. It's also available in Germany through Janssen AG, and available in Spain with Student Finance. Actually a startup that was created by one of our alumni as well. Also, Wild Code School is giving out 5 scholarships of 1,000 euros for students in South of Europe, and 3 scholarships of 2,000 euros for Eastern European residents. And you can check the website to see if your country is in the list. Guys, it has been an amazing 5 months. I think that you are now ready to rock and roll. Thank you so much. If you are here in Lisbon, we'll meet you at the sunset party. If you're not lucky to be here in Lisbon, no sunset party for you, at least not with us. Otherwise, we can meet you very, very soon. Barbara, you are more than welcome to join us if you want. And it's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for the faculty. Barbara, thank you so much for being with us as well. Isabel, you were amazing. And I think everyone deserves a big, big round of applause. The students and everyone else. And that's it, guys. See you soon. See you in the webs. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.